week, and that's kind of a big deal. Storm Duck just coming back, man, and getting back playing time, starting to rotate back in at cornerback, and went down and putting him on that golf cart. That golf cart, I don't know what the percentage of people when they're on that golf cart, the season's over, but it feels like it's I don't want to say 100%, but 90%. The guys that get carted off are done for the season. And so anyway, man, it's been a hell of a story, but just never got going because of injury this year. Safety position is banged up. Mike was I know Ashton Davis was out of the game. Melifonwu also broke his thumb or hurt his thumb. Fitzpatrick hurt his thumb. I'm guessing those guys can play with that. And then we'll see, man. But I'm expecting everybody that can play will play. Ravens 2-5. Lamar's back. Lamar Jackson will play. Fins 2-6. I got to bring this up on this short week because after this short week, before they play the Buffalo Bills the following week at home, it's a trade deadline. And Woody, you asked me yesterday, ESPN had them. I saw yesterday, to your point, ESPN believes they'll be the most active team in trading veterans. They did the top 5 and they had the Dolphins at top. I don't think that's going to be the case. I think that's a whiff. And I get it. If they lose this game, they go to 2-7. Now you got a few days and over the weekend to really evaluate everything, and I'm sure there'll be big meetings. But if you win, if they do win that game or lose, I just don't think. I think they're going to play it out with what they have, unless they get some ridiculous offer. Now, I think Chris will listen to everything. Chris Greer will listen, and by the way, have to check in with Big Daddy. I'm guessing somebody over Chris Greer has still got to sign off on it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't expect anything. I really don't. I think they're going to play this out and see what happens. But we'll see, because it's a week from today is the trade deadline. Everybody keeps saying there's going to be a whole bunch of deals made for a whole bunch of teams, and the teams that are struggling will be willing to give up veteran guys and for trade picks, for the upcoming.
I think it would be really, really irresponsible, that franchise, if they don't at least explore those options.
Oh, they will explore it. That's why I made sure I said explore it.
But here's the thing, though, Joe. Like, if you beat the Ravens, it's great. I mean, I just don't think that any of these things are going to change anyone's mind that this roster is deeply flawed.
Yes.
Like, just winning a few games now is nice. I mean, it's great. But, yeah, you beat the Falcons. You look better. You beat the Ravens are a 2-win team also. So, like, if you beat them at home, I don't know.
I think you would. But the Ravens are bad because
they're a good 2-win team.
They got a whole bunch. Yeah, they got a whole bunch of guys.
I know they do,
starting with Lamar.
But I just don't think any of this changed. Like, you have to take the full body of work into account here, and like, this is just not the kind of roster you can come back with next year. So the more turnover you can get, the better.
I'm just telling you,
this season is essentially lost. Do you agree with that?
Unless somebody steps in. I knew you were going to come up with this today, and there are a lot of people with you.
Well, the season is lost. I don't even have to ask you to agree with that. I don't care if you agree. The season is lost.
Okay. Well, you're
not going anywhere.
You still got more than half the season.
Yes, you do.
So I'm telling you,
going to happen in the second half of the season that you don't think you need to be stockpiling picks here to build towards the future.
I agree. There's going to be a lot of guys who won't be on this team next year. You and I agree 100%. And everybody else that's asked me, I said there's going to be a lot of new faces.
So why not trade them now when their value is high? The Dolphins seem to have a bad gauge on hanging on to guys for too long.
So they're going to listen. I told you that. They will 100% listen to everybody, what they have to say. Like you do. Like some sales guy comes up, tries to sell you, and you go, nah, it's not a good enough deal. You go get it. Nah. I'm going to pass on that deal. No, that's no deal. Now, so, but if Chris gets a great offer for somebody and says, I could do this and won't affect the team, then But I got to tell you, I go back to this fundamental thing. As long as your head coach and GM are here, they're going to try to win with the guys they brought in. You agree?
Well, unless Chris has been told something that we don't know about, I would assume he's going to be in save your ass mode.
So I would
right?
just say that my reaction to that is I have kind of watched the owner so far, and all I hear is the owner comments that come out from people who have close to them that report stuff on NFL Network and a little bit on ESPN have said he really likes Mike and Chris and wants to give them every opportunity to turn this thing around. And if that's the case, the GM and head coach are going to show that they got to show with the guys that together they pick for their roster, and they're going to make a run at this thing. And they're hoping that wasn't a teaser the way they destroyed Atlanta.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, well, I'm just telling you.
So they're going to win.
What's
What's going to happen here, Joe? They're going to win 6 or 7 games, and Ross is going to send out another letter, and we're going to run back.
Woody, you always ask me to look down the road. I don't know how many games they're going to win. I know who's on their schedule, but I have no idea. I never thought we would lose some of the games we did. So I've already been wrong probably 3 times on games. I didn't think we we're going to beat Buffalo.
I think a lot of us thought they could win some of those games.
Okay, but you're asking me to go like more than half the season.
Well, the reason, too, is like I don't think that Chris should be doing any more personnel moves. Like he should be out of the loop when it comes to if we're going to build towards the future, unless he's been told he's part of it, which, again, I don't know what
honestly,
guys over there.
Honestly, that's a great one. I would love to know. I know that Mike and the owner have a meeting right after the game for 10 minutes. First 10 minutes, Mike, Mr. Ross is here. And they talk. And I think they have a brutally honest, I don't think Stephen Ross sugarcoats it to Mike McDaniel. No. I mean, he said, hey, that's not acceptable. And he goes, I agree. And Mike can't control it. He comes in and goes, I've had it. That's it. But he hadn't done that. He's like, I need to see better next week. He goes, I agree. And they kind of off that 10 minutes. I don't know what the discussions are with Chris Greer. I have no idea. I'm just being honest. I don't talk to Chris.
Has he sold him like, hey, we're gonna win 7 games and we're gonna get the momentum going. I don't
think at this point they can sell anything like that to the team on the way they've played overall in the first couple months. I don't think they could sell that off one really good win. I don't think they can. So but I'm just going back this fundamental. I don't think they're going to be real active in making all these deals that ESPN thinks they're going to make. I don't know what that means. 2, 3, 4 guys that they might trade. I know who the guys would be. I do agree that people would like to get Phillips looks better. Chubb looks better. Now, all of a sudden, Jalen Wright, I thought Jalen Wright looked pretty good the other day as a third running back. I was glad to see him get in there in that 3 running back rotation. I could see where some teams, he's got a gear a lot of guys don't have. He's got that track background.
The other thing you need to gauge, too, is how many of these players are just like they just don't want to be involved in this.
I don't know what you mean by that. You have to help me. What's that mean?
How many players on this team are either frustrated or disgruntled or whatever we've dealt with in the past off seasons? And also, Joe, like you gotta have the right guys. You're gonna go through a rebuild here.
Did it look like there were a lot of guys frustrated after that game?
I get that game looked different.
I'm just telling you, you just have this vision.
I don't know.
You're sitting out there and you think there's this vision that these guys are all down and out and going to Mike and going, get me out of here. And I don't think they are. I would have thought the same thing, but they're not.
Well, I think there's going to be a significant rebuild that needs to take place.
Okay, well, you can flip over to the other topic, and I don't disagree with that there will be. But
you got to find.
You're trying to move things right now and throw people off the cliff. It ain't gonna. I don't think it's gonna happen. I might be wrong, but I don't want to
go into next season and we hear like I hate to throw Waddle into this, but like you hear Waddle like a couple weeks before the season. I don't want to be a part of this. Like a Jalen Ramsey, then you got to scramble and get what you can.
I don't think that's Waddle's makeup.
I'm just using him.
Well, I know, but you throw it out there and then people pick up to think, well, I'm just saying, did it look like the way Waddle played the other day?
No, he was a pro. Went out there and played.
He looked like a number 1.
Yep.
All right. Hey, we got to go to break here. We got a lot more stuff to get to. And we're just getting started. We got more Dolphin stuff to get to as well as looks like Lamar Jackson will be back for Thursday Night Football. Hell, why not, man? He's coming back home.